it's been about 2 days since I reacted to the first part, and considering that Kristen usually uploads his videos ahead of time from where I live, I really didn't actually expect him to actually upload this video this earlier. I mean, as of now, I just woke up, I found this out, I had to clean my retainers, and then here I am right now. All I can say is that what he told me in my comment section of my reaction video is the fact that the scenes that he found of the cinematic match is longer, and it took him a long time to actually find all the scenes. I have no idea how that's possible, but at the same time, I'm gonna find out. Otherwise, he will probably have something going on, like a movie or a cliffhanger at the end of the video, but at the same time, I don't know for sure. But here's my reaction.
In my opinion, this has to feel awkward for the wrestlers about to compete in these matches, because while we can hear the edited entrance themes, no one competing can hear their own music and are making their entrances to nothing.
Yeah, I know, that is actually kind of awkward.
Hey, you don't say that shit about King manners, AJ. He is a king, not a princess. Plus, I think you meant to say...
Oh my god.
Seeing Asuka begin the match up there, prepare to leap onto the rest of the women below was a cool way to begin this epic fight to the roof. She had a lot of perfect strategies, and they worked, too. Otis doesn't realize that the referees are on the roof, waiting for them. The referees following the wrestlers around the hallways would be pointless since they can't do anything, and the wrestlers can't win until they get to the roof. Asuka is fresh, right? So why didn't she immediately get off her opponents?
Yeah, it makes no sense onto why she would easily take her time.
To start before Asuka leaped off the balcony, which means she could have easily just turned around, jumped over the glass, and ran to the elevator, literally standing behind her. That was her chance to get a head start.
Well, luckily she did.
Alright, Asuka had many smart strategies, but this is clearly not one of them.
Of course.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Really? Thousands of miles away? Even if it's taking place in the Performance Center?
Alright, I gotta take another sit off for King Corbin having that, oh no, my dad's gonna kill me for what I did look on his face. Although, I don't get what the King is so nervous about. The WWE allowed the wrestlers to fight at their global headquarters. What did they think was gonna happen? Did they actually believe that everything in the building would remain untouched and unbroken? Because if they did, they're even bigger idiots than I thought.
Really?
AJ Styles actually believed that throwing a wastebasket with only a few tissues would give any sort of damage to Otis. The Undertaker must have given him one too many shots to the head prior to the burial. Truthfully, if I were in this match, I would have waited for the right opportunity when everyone else was occupied with each other and snuck out of the gym, running like hell.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good strategy, but at the same time, they probably want to make this match interesting.
So the Ow My Hand sin still activates. Man, such power I possess. We are in a gym.
Oh my god, I think you can understand why there's so many sins. It's basically like Crown Jewel, you completely sin every moment in this match.
Now that is a smart strategy to use in this race to the roof. Trapping AJ Styles underneath a bench.
I got a feeling that you're gonna question onto how AJ got out of that.
And personally, I wouldn't mind if it went on for an hour. And it's already chock full of goodies. And we haven't even reached the goodies part of the headquarters.
Ray, get off me, man!
AJ actually believed that
really?
Rey Mysterio would help him by getting the weights off of him. I think the two reasons Rey declined were because AJ is an asshole, and Rey was much smaller than him, thus he isn't exactly the right guy to ask for help in this scenario. AJ Styles auditioning for the role of Finn in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but unfortunately he couldn't yell Rey as annoyingly as John Boyega, which might explain why he won the role instead. Given how far away AJ is from the gym's exit, how are we able to hear him crying as if the walls are freaking thin?
I actually thought that it was the person in the bathroom. I honestly
Sir hears a toilet flush and automatically assumes that one of the wrestlers momentarily paused in the race to go to the bathroom. Even if one of them did, why would Rey stop to try and fight them when he'd have an easier advantage continuing the race?
I have no idea. I don't get it.
And thus begins one of the many excellent cameos by WWE legends alike. You see, this is how you deliver nostalgia the proper way. A small cameo for the laugh.
Yeah.
Yelling at the elevator and pressing the button many times ain't gonna make it come any faster. Based on when we saw Asuka in the elevator earlier, there are clearly cameras in there. Yet we don't get to see the fight inside the elevator from these
Yeah,
four.
I don't understand why they didn't do that.
There are clearly another flight of stairs going up the
granted,
building.
it didn't
Lacey
bother
Evans,
me in this
Carmella,
match,
and
but
Shayna
still.
Baszler decide to simply run through another hallway instead of continuing the run up to the roof. Since we all figured the men and women would collide with each other at some point in this race, missed opportunity to have an intergender fight. I mean, I know it does later on, but that's with food. If I were Asuka, I'd just press the button to close the elevator door and continue my ride to the top of the building while hiding myself. Also, why does Asuka exit the elevator? Like, seriously, a lot of decisions by these wrestlers have many flaws with simple solutions. What or who is Aleister Black looking at? From the direction he's facing,
Maybe he's just trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught from the other wrestlers.
Also, once again, if I were in this match, I'd take a quick peek to make sure nobody's watching me, and then run like hell
Never mind.
instead of slowly escaping and allowing the rest of my competition to chase me. Funny sight to see Otis cheering on Daniel Bryan kicking a trapped King Corbin. Of course we know he isn't the brightest, but I'm sure even he knows the price is on the roof, not in this hallway. Well, that's what you get for wasting time, I suppose. And now the Yes Fest continues on Otis. And yeah, I said Yes Fest. That sounds better than Yes Kicks.
Okay.
Also, what happened to
that's
Lacey
actually
Evans and
kind
Carmella
of
during
interesting,
this
I
brawl? I know
guess.
Shayna Baszler left to go after Asuka, but the rest of the ladies were still present in the room.
Random.
Seeing a Doink the Clown impersonator just gives me creepy vibes that this might
Yeah.
possibly be Pennywise the Dancing Clown about to eat Otis and the King. Run!
Oh my god.
Is Dana Brooke serious? Shayna Baszler doesn't need a tower where the freaking briefcase is at all. Everybody should know by now where the fucking briefcase is. It's on the freaking roof!
Yeah, and every woman for themselves.
Nia Jax already has a history of injuring her opponents, so why would Carmella slap her like an idiot? If you slap someone who's potentially dangerous to be within the ring, you deserve whatever that someone is going to do to you. Now is your chance to shut the door and continue running, Shayna, since Dana is down and Nia is occupied with Carmella. Close the door and run.
I guess I can understand why you're sitting every moment because of these questionable decisions from the wrestlers are doing.
In this case, this is not a match. This is a race!
Really?
You can't be serious. Dana Brooke actually believes she won the Money in the Bank
Even when I
briefcase
first
on a
saw
random
this,
conference
it
room
doesn't
on
make
the
any
third or
sense.
fourth floor? Was she asleep or not paying attention when they clearly mentioned the prizes on the roof? Also, whose bright idea was it to place a random
Yeah,
fake
like,
Money
seriously,
in the Bank
that's
briefcase on
just
the
a
ceiling of the most random room you
troll
could think of? Was it
Come
possibly the
on.
same guy whose bright idea it was to put a cage fence on the ceiling of the conference room at the WWE Performance Center, just on the very case someone would scale it? Also, this makes us feel bad for Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
She
come
won by
on.
booking a decoy briefcase is the closest she'll ever get to a major victory. Hope I'm wrong, but for now.
Hey, Dana. What are you doing?
Obvious edited footage of Stephanie McMahon in a much brighter and different room is obvious. Was she seriously not available to appear in the doorway of this
Well, then again, the coronavirus is going on, and I think she wants to protect
Still doesn't
herself.
explain why someone would put a decoy briefcase in the middle of the table.
This was
unless
taped in
supposed to
April,
tempt an employee to
so
suddenly
the
jump the
coronavirus
table
was
and unhook
at
it.
its
Now that I'd love to
danger.
see. Anyone
People, what
else?
do you call it?
The real Money in the Bank briefcase is on the roof.
Something Dana Brooke should have easily known, but somehow didn't.
Clean that up.
Stephanie McMahon explains to Dana Brooke about where the Money in the Bank briefcase is, but then proceeds to distract her by giving her sanitation work.
Really?
Oh, the irony of the picture Carmella chose to destroy. You'd think she would want a portrait of herself with a briefcase from 2017 to be in good shape, but I guess not. And now Carmella is full of static electricity. Her opponents better beware for new powers because it's
That
gonna
would
be
have
a
been
shock.
hilarious if that actually happened in this match.
Why was Lacey Evans just waiting for someone to exit that room when she could have been taking advantage of that? The real question is, how the fuck did AJ Styles manage to escape being trapped under those weights? First, someone helped him escape being buried alive by the Undertaker.
At first, I
and now
thought
someone
that
helped him escape being
AJ
trapped
was
under
done
weights.
in this
Either
match,
someone
even
helped
if
him or he
it
obtained
was
supernatural
a
powers from
stupid
the
guess.
Undertaker himself. Also, looking for Rey Mysterio should be the least of AJ's worries when the Money in the Bank contract is the real prize of the race. You're gonna fuck who?
Oh my god.
It's Ray. Just plain Ray. Oh, wait, that's in a movie. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Though I think AJ is losing his mind talking to a portrait of Rey Mysterio. As awesome as this moment is, you mean to tell me that there's a room looking exactly like this in the headquarters on any random business day in
Well,
the
by
office?
this time,
The Undertaker's office.
the Undertaker didn't retire yet, so I guess this kind of
Since that
makes
door was
sense. I
never
mean, if
locked
this
in the
was
first
if
place,
Undertaker
couldn't
did
AJ simply
retire,
get out
then
and
I think
open
that
it?
this
I
moment would
believe
be
he was
mostly
trapped in there.
pointless.
Okay, a
Like, you
random
think it's
sight
a
of Paul
rematch.
Heyman surrounded by a buffet of food was one of the best moments of this match, and I'm loving every moment of this. Although this was a missed opportunity to have Vicky Guerrero hanging out with Paul.
I
so
think
that
at
when the
this point,
commotion
Vicky
began, she could
Guerrero
yell,
has
"Excuse
been
me, get covered in food," and
employed
scream
with
like she
AEW
usually
at the
does.
time, so I think it will probably be too late for that.
This entire food fight, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh.
And the sight of Dana Brooke running with a Carmella portrait still attached to her head made the comedy of the scene even better. Let's go!
I love the music
Oh
in this
yeah,
part.
Shayna Baszler will kill anyone, man or woman, and that's why she is fucking awesome. Although, need I remind everyone that Asuka has a massive head start over literally all
Jeez,
of you.
I
The
think,
fact that
I
she
mean,
doesn't
I
already
can
have the
really
Money in the Bank
understand why you're
briefcase is
saying
surprising
every
given how much
moment in
time has
this. This
passed.
is like the fourth time you mentioned
Poor
that
Ray, crushed
someone
by the
is
two
having a
biggest
head
competitors
start
in
in
both
this
matches,
match.
and I'm amazed he's still going after all the damage he suffered. This scene would have been 10 times funnier if Nia Jax threw Dana Brooke into the soda machine and actually got a soda as a result of it. Also, what doesn't make any sense about this is the machine is clearly a Coca-Cola machine, but there's not one single Coca-Cola inside. Doesn't that just piss you off when you see those kind of machines?
Yeah.
Hard to tell if Carmella is unconscious because of being put through
It's
the table
probably
or just
budget
because she was
cuts,
tired
even
and
in the
wanted
most
to take a nap.
insignificant
Hey,
budget
if things
cuts.
don't work out with Mandy Rose, Otis has another option. Although, I really wish these two would also fight. There aren't any rules about whether or not males can fight females, as we seen with Shayna and Ray moments ago.
Oh yeah!
Otis's reaction to seeing the dessert counter was fucking hilarious. So many awesome moments in this match. The fuck is John Laurinaitis even doing in the dessert area? And it's been 8 years since he got his ass kicked by John Cena. Does he seriously still need that scooter?
I have no idea.
But of course, seeing John Laurinaitis get humiliated in some way is always fun to watch. Oh, bullshit. There is no way in hell that Asuka was that close to the rest of the competition who fought in the Money in the Bank conference room and had a
Yeah,
food
like,
fight.
come
No way in
on.
hell. Also, if it turns out that Asuka was taking a breather, calling a friend, or just yelling at random employees, why didn't we get to see any of that? It at least explained why the rest of the competition is catching up to her as fast as they did.
Oh.
Could have been easily avoided if you simply ran on the side that did not have a caution wet floor sign. And what do we see here? More flights of stairs, which continues to prove my point that the easy strategy was right there, and all the twists and turns could have been avoided. Would have been less entertaining, but at the same time, the smartest strategy to get to the roof faster for the competitors. Okay, I have very high suspicions that AJ Styles has teleportation powers, because how the hell did he get here before Aleister Black or Daniel Bryan?
I have no
And how did he know they
idea.
were going to show up in this room? For the CEO of WWE, the office of Vince McMahon doesn't look nearly as fancy as we believed it would be. Since AJ and Daniel showed the respect to their boss, I wonder how they didn't figure about them heading straight toward Vince's office when they were fighting. Hey, you're the one who allowed these wrestlers to fight in your headquarters. It's your own fault for not expecting them to come bursting into your personal office. And now that I think about it, why didn't Vince simply lock his door so that neither Daniel Bryan nor AJ Styles could come bursting into his office? Did he actually think they wouldn't show up at some point since they gotta start at the lobby and work their way to the roof? Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles giving Vince the he started it treatment.
Oh my god, that's the same thing you did in Royal Rumble 2004.
Now this just made the scene all the more better. Let's get the room straightened up and keep the chairs in their proper place. Also, I wonder how Vince will react when he realizes there was a lot of broken glass in the gym. Shame we didn't get to see that. And now let me continue writing a message to my friend Donald Trump and hope that we can find a way to convince the government to allow WWE to have my events hosted with fans again.
Oh my god.
You even told us to put the chairs back.
These two are seriously still arguing with each other like children.
Well, then
With
again, this
respect,
is
can we please
PG,
get back
not
to the Money in the
TV
Bank ladder match?
14.
And now King Corbin has been hiding in that conference room? Why wasn't he heading to the roof as well? Especially since Daniel
I guess
and
they
AJ
probably
were
want
distracted
to
and occupied with Vince McMahon.
space out the
Also, wait a
time the
minute,
wrestlers
King
are
left his scepter in the gym on the ground floor,
headquarters.
which means after the many brawls he was involved in, he actually went all the way back down the floors to the gym, grabbed his scepter, ran back up the stairs, caught up to the rest of the competition, and somehow got to the roof first before the rest of the male competitors did. Not to mention, it's only been a couple of minutes since we last saw the King get his ass kicked in the food fight. He's got lightning quick speed for someone his size, which makes me ask why he didn't use that to his advantage to get the briefcase. Where the hell did... Oh, fucking forget it, never mind. At this point, everybody's got teleportation.
Yeah,
so let's roll with it.
then again, this is a cinematic match. I mean,
Unintentional yet
in
hilarious
matches
dance move
and
Aleister Black just did
live
after
stuff,
getting
or
punched by the
even
King.
recorded stuff, I guess it
Damn
doesn't
it, King
even
Corbin
work.
completely
But
missed the
this,
portrait of this year's
I
Super
guess
Showdown
anything can
event.
happen in
Would have been a
cinematic
perfect way for the
matches.
King to say this event was stupid by tossing AJ Styles into the portrait of the show. But oh well.
I'm going to the roof.
Well, it's about fucking time that you decide to go to the roof. What the hell was your plan the rest of this time? Also, why would you announce that and alert the competition of your intentions?
Well, maybe
Really bad
that's
luck
because
right
the
there.
wrestlers are fainted.
They said that WWE Global Headquarters is a 10-story building, and from what we've seen, these guys have only gone through 5 or 6 floors, which means there were a bunch of deleted scenes from other floors throughout this match. I want to see footage of that too. Now, come on.
If that actually
How cool would
happened,
it have
then
been
you'll
if the entire
probably
pay-per-view
be
took place
seeing
on the
this
roof
for
of
about
WWE
30 or 40
headquarters instead of
minutes.
just this one match. A perfect atmosphere for an event with no fans allowed. The fact that Asuka made it to the roof first
that
because
supposed to
she
be a
got
sin
shoved up there,
removal?
when in
Because
reality she won
it
the
looked like a
briefcase
sin
like 10
removal.
minutes ago. A lot of mishaps and timing errors throughout this match. Good lord, that press slam from Nia Jax was just downright awful. Since this was cinematically shot like a movie,
it looks
couldn't they
really
just retake that move
confusing.
and make it look better? Or did Nia fail 10 times and the director got tired and decided, alright, we're good, moving on. Carmella, I can understand not making it in time because she got crushed through a table by Nia Jax. And Dana Brooke, I can see why she didn't make it to the roof in time because she slipped on the wet floor and hit her head. But the last we saw of Shayna Baszler was her getting pushed against a wall with not so much force. You mean to tell me she didn't recover and make it to the roof in time before Asuka won? Sorry, but I could see the ladder missing Nia completely in that scene. How many times have I facepalmed tonight? What is up with this scene? Asuka attacks King Corbin, who's not even a threat to her.
I don't know,
or her
maybe they
chances
probably
of
wanted
winning.
to make the
The
men's
King is
match
telling her
longer.
no so many times.
Then again, the
Instead of fighting with
construction
each
that they
other, why
made
couldn't
on the
both
roof
Asuka and King Corbin
isn't being
unhook their
used much,
respective
so they probably
briefcases
want
at
to
the
do
same
the
time
best
and
of
win
their
their matches?
abilities to
The
use
chance was
much
right
of
there.
it. Although it would have been
Let's be
awesome
realistic here.
if
The food fight
all
is
the
still
matches
going
were
on
taking
during the scene of
place
Asuka unhooking
on
the
the
Money in the
roof.
Bank briefcase. Also, I would give Asuka props by removing 5 sins because since this match was for the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka becomes the first female to win all women's titles on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, the Tag Team titles, the Royal Rumble, and the Money in the Bank. She's earned it all,
Well, that's
especially with her head
interesting.
start and smart strategies throughout the duration of this match.
That's actually it's
What, was Michael
interesting
Cole
to
and
think
Corey Graves
about.
just kicking back watching this match and then speaking about who wins? Michael sounds like he is tired. Whoa, where the hell did Oscar go? She was posing on the ladder not even 20 seconds ago, and now all of a sudden she's
Jeez.
gone? My theory might be true. We interrupt Money in the Bank 2020 to bring you Money in the Bank 2010 when the Big Show had problems climbing the ladder due to his size. Also, you could clearly see Otis stomp his foot on the ladder wrong and break it on purpose, so nice try in your attempt to look too big to climb it. Also, even if that wasn't the case, we have clearly seen freaking Mark Henry climb a regular ladder with no problems whatsoever, and he is much bigger than Otis, so I call bullshit on the he can't climb due to his size scene. Once again, we got the all competitors team up against the biggest threat in a multi-man match cliche. All that is missing is the bear and him under ladder scene.
Oh boy.
King Corbin is a murderer.
Yeah.
Also, unfortunately, even the WWE had to admit that both Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black had fallen onto a second roof only 6 feet below this one after the clear evidence that being thrown off the roof did not cause them to fall to their deaths. Also, even if we never saw what was under this roof, the fact that we heard a collapse not even a second after Rey and then Aleister disappeared made it more obvious that they weren't thrown off to their deaths. And look at this camera shot. Since both Rey and Aleister were thrown onto the second roof below literally seconds ago, they should be visible in this shot right here. And yet they have magically disappeared into thin air.
Jeez.
What the hell is Elias doing here? I get that he was in a feud with King Corbin at the time, but
Yeah,
what
and
was he
this
doing at the
doesn't go, and
headquarters
this
all this
doesn't lead
time?
to anything.
Alright, I'm throwing away 5 sins to see Otis accidentally win the Money in the Bank ladder match because of AJ Styles suffering from a case of Butterfingers was the perfect way for him to win.
Butterfingers?
And Otis was an absolute star throughout the race to the roof as well. That was fucking epic. Discount Mick Foley.
Discount Mick Foley, oh my god. Okay, so, is though... Oh, those no more. Okay, so that's actually the whole second part, and I gotta say, as much as how long it was, I actually enjoy it for the amount of sins you found. This is basically like Crown Jewel 2018 where you sin every moment. But at least this is only the second part, and you didn't took the time to sin nearly every single bit in one of the matches in the first part. So that was his sins of Money in the Bank 2020. I gotta say, at first I actually thought that part 2 was simple to sin, but the more I think about it, considering that Christian wants to do a lot with his sins, and it's been 4 years, well, since he started to sin WWE pay-per-views frequently, I honestly think that the sins that he added in this is honestly basically his perspective of what he sees in the cinematic match. This is the first time he sins so many sins in the cinematic match, and I got a feeling that the cinematic matches after this, mainly the Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream, the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders, and the Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, the Swamp fight, I got a feeling that they're not going to be as long as this one. Because as far as I'm concerned, this match was really, really the best part of Money in the Bank 2020. And I just cannot believe that Chris Miracle did not even mention the fact that this event was shorter than December to Dismember. But then again, that's really not important for his perspective of this show. And besides, it's been 3.5 months since it's been 2.5 months since this pay-per-view aired on the WWE Network. So anyway, that's basically my opinions that's my reaction of the two-parter. Didn't actually expect them to do it. And the next pay-per-views that he's going to be sitting is Backlash and Extreme Rules. But then again, he also didn't sin NXT Blackpool 2, which it's been almost 6 months ago, and AEW Revolution and AEW Double or Nothing. I know he can do a schedule for himself and what he can do best, but at the same time, he really needs to actually put focus on the other pay-per-views that aren't WWE. Well, NXT UK is WWE, but still. Anyway, I'm only Fanboy 4 here, and other than the upload that I've just uploaded 2 or 1 hour ago, there was still one more video to culminate Summerpalooza 2, and it's going to be the Cyber Seduction analysis video for tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.